ABL Hoopla with Dale Clarke and Monique Bowley.
Hello and welcome to another edition of ABL Hoopla. I'm Dale Clarke and I'm joined by 5AA's superstar Monique Bowley.
Hi, Dale.
It's been a massive week in basketball. Well, it actually hasn't really at all. There was no senior games last weekend.
It's been big for juniors.
Yeah, a few of the junior teams went over to the Melbourne Classics. We'll touch on that a bit later. So what can we talk about in the seniors, Mons?
Well, the impending doom of weekend that is coming up. There's going to be some massive games, huge matchups this weekend, Dale. None bigger than last year's men's grand finalists going at Hillcrest. It's touted as the game of the century, I think, North against Norwood. And to tell us just how big this rivalry is, we've got the captain of the team, Keith Krause, on the line. Keith, welcome to the show.
How are you?
Good. Now, we've heard Sapwell and also Schuler both speaking out about the rivalry between these two teams. Is North your favourite team to beat?
No, any team's good to beat. Personally, I like beating Forestville, but that's just me. But yeah, it's fun to beat North, I guess.
Now, you won last time you played. You won by 2 points in the dying seconds of the match.
Yeah, that would be correct. But I'd like to point out that we didn't have our big fella in the middle, so...
So Cooper's playing. Do you expect him to make the margin that much of a difference?
Oh, hell yeah. Cooper's a hell of a player, and any time you got him on your team, it makes an obvious difference. I'm sure North will adapt and maybe run a few different looks at us, but yeah, definitely having Cooper is a massive advantage, and like shit, our record shows that anyway. So anytime we've got him on the court, we win. So yeah, he's a good player.
Who guards Cooper at trainings?
When he trains, probably me, probably Dan Thompson a little bit.
Keith, your team's copped some criticism from other teams about the way you conduct yourselves on court, especially the bench, and also post-game, the song in the middle of the court. Is that
the thing about the song in the middle of the court? We've got two options there. We can either do it there with all the kids after we wait until the other team's left the court, obviously. So we do it there, or we can do it in our change rooms, which has a paper-thin wall right next to the team anyway. So, if anything, it's out of respect for the other team that we actually do it on our court, away from the other team as far as possible, with the juniors of our club, which I think is a good idea. So, was that
good call?
Does that answer the question?
Well,
I guess what I wanted to know was, do you see that tight-knit culture that you've created as being a massive advantage?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, just from my point of view, I mean, ABA basketball for me is a lot of fun. It's not everything, but I mean, being an older player, but every guy I play with, like I can honestly say I'm mates with, and like when we go out or we have a barbecue or whatever, you're going to get 90% of our team out there every time, So, I mean, for me, that's why I'm playing sport at the moment. It's just the camaraderie, it's the team atmosphere, and I mean, we've got it at Norwood and we've got it in spades, and I mean, if other teams are coming on it, I can only assume that's jealousy. So, yeah, I love it.
No, that's good to hear, the tight-knit group at Norwood there, Keith. Well, that's about all we've got time for. Thanks heaps for joining us.
No dramas.
And good luck on the weekend. Hopefully it's another close one.
All right, cheers, mate.
Thanks, Keith.
Yeah, that's certainly going to be a big one, I'd say. There's a few other big games on, though.
Yeah, I think the Sturt v West game will be a big one in the men's.
Yes, and the women's, I do have to say. Even though in the men's, West have only won 3 games, Dale.
Yeah, I don't know. I think West will have a good crack at this game, and Sturt don't have Jordan Dodman anymore, which is going to be a big factor. But West have got a favourable run home. I think they could win 6 out of their last 8 games, so there's still a chance for finals. But probably their women, they'd be hoping to go back-to-back.
Yes. I may have something to say about that on Saturday night. Look, they've lost Sam Woosnam to injury, and, she's a massive influence on them, being coach/captain/ she's such a leader on the court. So and last time we played them, it was very close, but they had her, and now they're missing her. I don't think we've got Angela. I don't know. It's all up in the air, Dale. Yeah,
the women's comp is certainly a bit more open than the men's. There's probably 5 or 6 teams that could still make the finals and have a crack at it.
Definitely.
Well, I think it's time for everyone's favourite segment.
Slam or sham?
Slam or sham. This week's slam We mentioned the Melbourne Classics earlier on. This week's slam goes to Forestville as a club and the two teams specifically. In the under-18 age group, usually the Classics over in Melbourne are dominated by the biggest eastern states, but the under-18 boys made the grand final. Lost. They were runner-up.
That is fantastic.
Super effort.
That's really good.
Yeah, Sturt made the semis in the boys as well, but this is a Forestville team that lost to Sturt by 30 only a few weeks before the Classics, so to come second in the country is a massive effort, and the girls came top 4 as well for the second year in a row for Forestville.
Well done. Fly on, Eagle. Oh, fly on. Now, that's about all we've got time for. Oh, except the sham of the week. Look, this really got me upset. I read on that stupid forum, everyone having a massive crack about Schench not making the Boomers team. I think that's really unfair, and I'd like everyone to take a good hard look at themselves, because Schench is a top quality player. He's been plagued with injury. He's had surgery. He's not going to make the team out of surgery, out of injury, okay? Not because he's not good enough. Yes, I say shame on you, all those
Critics.
Yes, all the critics.
Go the big Schench.
Go Schench. That's about all we've got time for today. Thanks for tuning in, though, and get out to a game this weekend. It's a cracker of a weekend. We'll talk to you again next week.
Thanks, guys. See you later.